Hello student, good morning. I am Dr.Ajay Kumar Sinha, Professor of Chemistry. Today I am going to discuss scientific reasons behind corrosions, also popularly known as rusting. Now I am going to discuss about scientific reason of corrosion. Before going to the reasons, we should understand what is the corrosion. A vexing problem associated with every use of metal object is corrosion. Silver tarnishes, copper develops platina, and iron rusts. Corrosion occurs with all metals except the least active noble metals such as gold and platinum. Rusting of iron and steel is the most familiar and outstanding corrosion process. It is the largest problem encountered throughout the world, mainly due to the fact that iron and steel are the most abundantly used material. It is estimated that about 20% of iron produced annually is used just to replace iron objects that have been discarded due to rust damage. The corrosion is a slow process. Corrosion is a slow process taking place mainly on the metal surface, but the losses incurred due to corrosion are of high order. The losses cannot be estimated by considering only the metal iron or metal loss. The indirect losses are much higher. The fabrication cost and the cost incurred in preventing the corrosion are also have to be taken into consideration. The corrosion in metal objects like equipments, instruments, chemical plants, structure, etc. may make them inefficient, ineffective, useless, and their unabsorbed defects due to corrosion may cause their failure. In such cases, the indirect losses may be much higher than the direct losses. When a structure like building or bridge collapses due to corrosion problem, the loss also include the loss of human life and properties and the cost of subsequent repair and alternate arrangement. In some forms of corrosion, the corrosion is quite invisible. In some forms of corrosion, the corrosion is quite invisible and seen only when an accident takes place. Corrosion once thought a problem concerned with only metallurgist and chemist is now a field of interdisciplinary study as metal are universal in their use. Thus, This cannot be any field of there. There cannot be any field of materials used which does not use metals. Everywhere metals are going to be used. Hence, everywhere chances of corrosions are there. May it be a small metal. May it be a small metal objects like pin or huge metallic structure like bridge or offshore structure. Corrosion impairs their proper function and use. Therefore, corrosion has been correctly referred to as a cancer of metals. Corrosion has been correctly referred to as a cancer to metals. The knowledge of corrosion is therefore of great importance to the scientific community in general and engineers in particular. It is the engineer who plans, design and construct the final metal production for use. In the process, due importance need to be given to the corrosion aspect. This can be successfully done only if he knows the mechanism of corrosion and the possible method and maintenance of maintenance of corrosion and its control. Now I am coming towards this definition. What is actually definition of corrosion? Corrosion is defined as the destruction or deterioration and consequent loss of metals through chemical or electrochemical attack by the environment. Again, I am telling you, corrosion is defined as the destruction or deterioration and consequent loss of metals through chemical or electrochemical attack by environment. The process of corrosion is you can say the process of corrosion in reality is the transformation of pure metal into its undesired metallic compounds. The life of a metal object gets shortened by the corrosion process. Corrosion can be a fast or slow process depending upon the metal and the environment in which it is undergoing corrosion. The familiar example of corrosion include, first example I am telling you, rusting of iron. A reddish brown scale formation on iron and a steel object. It is due to the formation of hydrated ferric oxide. First example is rusting of iron. A reddish brown scale you might have seen on the road in rainy season. Then a reddish brown scale formation on iron and steel objects. It is due to the formation of hydrated ferric oxide. Second example, green scales formed on copper vessels. It is due to the formation of basic cupric carbonate, means CuCO3 plus Cu OH whole 2 due to these two products. It is actually green scale formed on copper vessel. It is due to the formation of basic cupric carbonate. Basic cupric carbonate means CuCO3 plus CuOH whole 2. Now question arises, why do metal undergo corrosion? This is the main things. Why do metal undergo corrosion? This is the important things. Here now we understand. Most metals except the noble metals occurs in nature in the form of their compounds such as oxides, sulfides, carbonates, chlorides, etc. The metals are extracted from their ores by reduction. Reduction means gain of electron. After taking the electron, it convert to the metal and it will be stable. Then this happens, metals are formed from its ores by reduction. The extraction of metals from their ores is an endothermic process. Energy being supplied in the form of heat or electrical energy. Consequently, pure metals are relatively at higher energy state. Here, after absorbing the heat or electrical energy, pure metals are relatively at higher energy state compared to their corresponding ores, and they have a natural tendency to revert back to their combined state. Means after absorbing heat or electrical energy, that alloys converts to metal by the process of reduction, means by taking the electron, and its pure metal has now more energy. Now this metal now wants to come back to the original form. Then due to this reason, because in pure form energy is in high energy level, they want to lose the energy. Metals in pure state has high energy, they want to lose the energy. That's why it reacts with environment. And want to be pure and want to form some products like oxide, sulfate, chloride, carbonate, etc. Then this is the natural tendency they have, means metals have a natural tendency to revert back to their combined state. Therefore, when metals are put to use in various forms, they combine with the constituent of the environment and get converted into their compounds. The corrosion of metals can be considered as extractive metallurgy in reverse. This also we can tell that corrosion of metals can be considered as extractive metallurgy in reverse. Means here from alloys, we are getting pure metal by the process of reduction. In that situation, it absorbs electrical energy or heat energy, and pure metal have more energy. This happens in the metallurgical process. But now reverse case will take place in corrosion, reverse case. That's why this is actually metallurgy in reverse. Okay. Corrosion of metals occur either by direct chemical attack or by electrochemical attack on the metal by the corrosive environment. Direct chemical attack takes place generally in the absence of moisture. Direct chemical attack takes place generally in the absence of moisture. This type of corrosion is known as dry corrosion, in which that constituents of the corrosion or corrosive medium, you can tell corrosion medium or corrosive medium, directly combine with the metal due to their chemical affinity to the metal. Most of the corrosion cases are electrochemical in nature, taking place by electrochemical attack on the metal in the presence of moisture or a conducting medium. Such corrosion is known as wet corrosion. Means there are two types of corrosion, dry corrosion and wet corrosion. And what is actually damage? Corrosion damage, what it will do? Corrosion damage. Then already I have discussed the loss due to the corrosion, but here now damage I am telling you. Corrosion damage. First, that is the poor appearance. After the corrosion, metal appearance will be not good. Poor appearance. Second, maintenance and operating cost. Due to damage, corrosion damage, you have to maintain the instrument or various items. Then that required maintenance. Means maintenance and operating cost. Third, plant shut down. If corrosion is there, then plant shut down is possible. Next is contamination of product. Product will be not pure. Contamination of product. Next, loss of valuable products due to leakage. If a corrosion takes place, then leakage is also possible. Then loss of valuable products due to leakage. Next, that is the effect on safety and reliability in handling hazardous materials. Effect of safety and reliability in handling hazardous materials. And also next you can say damage, corrosion damage, that is the product liability. Then these actually are the corrosion damage. Corrosion affects actually badly, and after the corrosion, that this instruments, various type of instruments in lab, or you can say breeze, wherever metals are going to be used, there it affects badly. Now I am going to tell that electrochemical theory of corrosions. Electrochemical theory of corrosions. What happens actually? What are the theory behind corrosion? Then that I will tell you, that is the main scientific reason for corrosion. Okay. Most of the corrosion problems are best explained on the basis of electrochemical corrosion. These are often called wet corrosion, WET, wet corrosion, since aqueous medium or moist air is required for corrosion to take place. According to the electrochemical theory, corrosion of metals takes place due to the formation of anodic and cathodic regions on the same metal surface, or when two different metals are in contact with each other in the presence of a conducting medium. At the anodic region, oxidation reaction takes place, and the metal gets converted into its ion, liberating electron. Here again you listen, at the anodic region, oxidation reaction takes place, means there in that small area, region means here area, oxidation will take place, means loss of electron. It will lose the electron, and the metal gets converted into its ion, that is called cation, loss of electron, due to the loss of electron, and it liberates electron. Consequently, metal undergo corrosion at the anodic region. For the corrosion, main process is oxidation. Corrosion is due to oxidation. This is the main reason, scientific reason, okay, chemical reason, that this is the due to oxidation of metal. Oxidation of metal in presence of moisture on the surface of metal. On the surface of, actually everywhere air is there, in air moisture is there. Then on the surface of metal, any corner, any place, that oxidation takes place and it liberates electron. And after that, what will happen? That this at the cathodic region, reaction takes place. At the cathodic region, reduction takes place, means gain of electron, and it will take the electron, and after the taking electron, that it will convert to the metallic form, stable form. Then this is called actually reduction. Taking electron, that is called a reduction, and after the reduction, that will be stable. Further, no corrosion. At cathode, no corrosion. Then this I told you for the for this corrosion, oxidation is responsible, and this electron from the site of anode where oxygen is taking place, it will move towards cathodic region. Flow of electron will be there. Okay, flow of electron will be there. That is called corrosion current. Corrosion current, because flow of electron is called current, and this current is flowing due to the corrosion. That's why it is called corrosion current. Means from the anode site, electron will go to the cathode site only on the surface of metal. Then this both process actually takes place together. You know that oxidation and reduction takes place together. Then this actually this flow of electron, that is a corrosion current. Then here actually on the surface of metal, galvanic cell is formed. Okay, and here electrolyte. What will be the electrolyte? Then electrolyte will be the moisture. Moisture will function as a electrolyte. Sometimes carbon dioxide also. Okay, means it can provide H plus and OH minus. Water is there, moisture means water, then water means H plus OH minus it provides. Okay, then here this moisture or carbon dioxide function as electrolyte. Then on the surface of metal, various cell will be formed. Various galvanic cell will be formed. Small cell, tiny cells, TINY, tiny cells forms at the surface of metals. Okay, at the surface of metal, various small cell will be formed, and this chemical reaction will start. Okay, then this is the actually main theory behind corrosion. The metal ion liberated at the anode, that is the anion. The metal ion liberated at the anode, and some anion formed at the cathode. The metal ion liberated at anode in the form of cation, and some anion formed at the cathode. Okay, diffuses towards each other, means both want to meet, cation and anion. Cation at cathode, anion at anode, they want to diffuse. And where they will meet actually? They want to meet. Then they want to diffuse towards each other through the conducting medium and forms a corrosion product. After meeting both cation and anion, both will meet and form a corrosion product somewhere between the anode and the cathode. Corrosion of metal continue as long as both anodic and cathodic reactions takes place simultaneously. There cannot be anodic reaction without cathodic reaction. This I have discussed, that scientific reason or chemical reason behind the corrosion. Now here one more thing I want to tell you, that this in old building, particularly if you will see the rod near the windows. In the windows generally they are using rod. Then in old buildings you will find rusting, that is a black black color you will find that now near the rod you will many black type of material will be there, black. That is actually that is due to the black rusting. But in any metals, particularly iron and steel, in rainy season it will appear first it will appear yellow. After that it will convert to reddish brown. Then what are these material? This sometimes in the beginning it start with yellow. After that it will turn to reddish brown. Reddish brown. Then what is this material? Then this is actually product of corrosion. Product of corrosion. And black material in old building near the iron or steel you will find black material. This is also actually product of corrosion. Then what is this material actually? How does it form? That I am telling you. That actually I have discussed that at a node, as for example iron you consider, iron. Then iron is Fe. Fe is called iron, ferrous. Then this ferrous converted to ferric. Fe, after losing the electron, I told you at anode oxidation takes place. Means here iron will lose 2 electron and it will convert to Fe2 plus 2 electron. Then this 2 electron actually goes towards the cathodic region. This electron will go towards the cathode, towards anion at cathode. This is called corrosion current. And this Fe++ that will actually it will react with OH minus given by moisture of air, and it will form FeOH whole 2. FeOH whole 2, ferric hydroxide, FeOH whole 2. And this FeOH whole 2, that is a ferric oxide, what it will do in presence of oxygen is present in air, then in presence of large quantity of oxygen it will convert. Actually you also know that in moisture means water is also there, and in air oxygen is there. Then in presence of both more oxygen and moisture, it will give that Fe2O3. It will give Fe2O3, ferric oxide it will give. Okay, Fe2O3 3H2O, that is actually hydrated ferric oxide. Hydrated ferric oxide means this ferric oxide has a water molecules, 3 moles of water it will absorb, and this is actually called rust, R-U-S-T, rust. This Fe2O3 3H2O is called hydrated ferric oxide. This is actually rust. This is the yellow reddish brown in color. Yellow reddish brown in color. Then this I told you how material, this yellow reddish brown material is forming, that I have told you. First you can say ferrous, Fe2+, it forms ferrous hydroxide. Okay, Fe2 plus OH, it will form 2OH, it will form FeOH whole 2. Okay, and this FeOH whole 2, it will react with oxygen and water present in moisture, and it will give Fe2O3 3H2O. That is called rust. Its color is yellow, reddish, brown. First it will appear yellow, and after that it will convert to reddish brown. Now what about black? Black material in old building, in old rud. How does it form black? Then then here what happens, that this Fe2O3 ferric oxide, hydrated ferric oxide, what it will do? Ferric oxide, because old building I am talking about, means in a long period, this Fe2O3, in presence of less oxygen, it will convert to Fe3O4, 3H2O. That same 3H2O will be there, but now Fe2O3, now it converted to Fe3O4, ferroferric oxide, also called magnetic oxide, and its color will be black. Here both oxide will be there, FeO, ferrous oxide, plus ferric oxide, Fe2O3, all together, both after mixing it will provide Fe3O4. Fe2O3 plus FeO, it forms Fe3O4. Then this is also called magnetic oxide, okay, also called ferroferric oxide, and its color is black. Then now question arises that in air oxygen is there, moisture is there, then how it is same concentration everywhere, oxygen is there, moisture is there, then why black rusting? How you are getting less oxygen? How iron is getting less oxygen? That is the question. Because everywhere more oxygen is there, then how, where is the chances of getting less oxygen? Then now I am telling you, you might have observed or seen that this black color, that black rusting, you will find only near the, you can say this below I am talking on the window, starting that where inside on the wood, inside into the wood I am talking about, where rod has entered into the wood, only that place you will see the black rusting, not on the upper part. This type of material you will find generally near the wood, where it is entering to the wood. Then now there what will happen, that because inside the wood air will not go freely, air will not enter freely, less air will enter there. That's why when less air will enter, less oxygen will be there. That's why this reaction starts. And once when this reaction will start, then slowly it may affect to the other part, but slowly. Okay, main will be rusting, you will find near the wood, and upside upper part there will be no corrosion, very lightweight will be there. There also will be there, but in comparison to that, where it is entering the wood, there you will find black corrosion. Okay, then this I have told you that reasoning. Why black corrosion? Upper part actually uniform environment is there. Uniform environment, hence chances will be less. There also will be corrosion, because like other metal, there on their part also it can make the you can say cell, galvanic cell it will form, but their color will be different. Their color will be reddish brown. In general way, what happens with other metals, but black rusting will be always near the wood, where it is entering inside the wood. Then this I have discussed the scientific reason of rusting or corrosion. Thank you.